Well, g'day tubes, how's she going? Still kicking here pretty good. Heat still running. It's still working. Anyway, so I really messed up this carburetor. Not broken, just the carburetor for this thing. When we went to start it, I'm like, something's not right. Now, I am used to, and I think this guy will probably have what I'm used to compared to what I'm not used to in this one. This one I put together wrong on the diaphragm side here, and not the way you're thinking. I put it together right, but I put it together wrong, if you know what I mean. So in here, in this little kit, if you can see the little needle, that's what lets the fuel in. See how it's got that little hooky kind of thingy on the top of it, where this guy is supposed to hook. Oh, hang on, no, yeah, no, yeah. Contradicting myself. That guy is supposed to hook into the diaphragm. I'm used to the ones where the top of this guy on the very end is a little dimple usually, and that thing is what hooks on, well, it just sits in there. So this one, if I don't know if you can see under here, this one, it might have fallen out already. This one needs to hook into here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Not especially. Anyways, it's got to hook into that guy. So let me just see if I can pull this out here again. See how it's kind of stuck in this thing? That's where it's supposed to be. Now that I've got it in there, it doesn't want to come out. You don't want to tear this thing or wreck it. It should come out of there again. Now it doesn't want to come out. Well, it is where it's supposed to be now. Anyways, let me get you on a tripod here so I can have two hands to work on this. Okay, let's see here. If I can get this back out here again. Which way does it have to go though? I can't remember now. Yeah. It should. There. Okay, so what was happening? So this little guy here has to hook into that little guy there. What I did is I installed it this way, which I'm used to, and put it on as soon as you tighten that down. What that does is the little needle there where the fuel comes in, fills up this little chamber. It was holding it open the whole time like that. So it's just sucking in. As soon as it got any vacuum, it just sucks in fuel. That's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to pulse there and just let in as it needs it, right? So as it's using it, it opens this up with the vacuum and then sucks in more. So I messed that up putting that back together. That's why we were flooding out so bad there. So we got this thing pretty stripped down. There's a tiny little jet here that's clean. That actually screws into there too. And let me think now. Let me grab my light here so I can't see nothing. Light is right here, staring at me. Okay. So, it's not working too well. So, let me think now. I got to think of the diagram. See, there's 110 different types of these carburetors. And I think that's it there. Yeah, it's under this Welsh plug. So your needle here which I took out because it was pretty dirty. It needs cleaned. I don't know if you can see the grime on it. I think we looked at that before. It's in the side here, where it is there, there, and under the Welsh plug. It's where it sucks the fuel out of here too as well, and then it sucks it and shoots it. There should be two little wee tiny holes. I can see the one, and there should be one just past the butterfly here. Doesn't look like that's quite lined up right to me though, but... So what I'm going to do anyways is I might boil it out with the ultrasonic cleaner, but I just want to see if this guy here... Oh, I need to get this light up a bit higher here. What am I going to do? If I can get her... There. If I can get her to... Hopefully you guys can see. We'll put you up a bit higher. You can see the thing was definitely running rich. Like there's... I dumped that fuel out of it. I just basically wanted to run it with some extra oil in it, just to get things kind of maneuvering. Yeah, so right above or below, or whatever you want to say, this Welsh plug, there is one of those tiny little holes, and that's part of your idle circuit. And this thing, this thing will threads into here, but I'm just gonna, it'll thread into about here somewhere, and the more you thread that in, the less it'll let go through and then through that idle circuit. So I don't think that there was a problem with it idling. It's just that that thing was getting so much fuel that it couldn't idle. So what I want to try to do here is spray some stuff through here just to see if it comes out. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not. I don't have very good light set up here. I think we're gonna be okay. No, I'm gonna have to figure this light out. Give me 1 second. Okay, I don't really have a light here that'll work. But anyways, we want to see the two sprays coming out there. That's what we're wanting to see. So I think we're going to be okay there. Hopefully. Okay, so we're just going to pull this guy apart real quick here too, and see what this is looking like. Yeah, so this is the kind that I'm used to, where it doesn't hook under that little needle lever thingy. This one, it just sits right on top. That's what I'm used to. So it sucks a little bit there and just opens it enough to let a bit of fuel in. Pretty simple, but it gets the job done, right? That's what I am used to. I'm not used to these ones, so that's probably why I kind of messed around with that. But that's okay. We learned something. And this is actually a small carb off of a FS85, I think it was, my stepfather's there. And they were so cheap, the carbs, so I'm like, oh, let's just buy you a brand new one. And we don't have to worry about messing around and stuff. Now, of course, after I did a bunch of research on this one of mine and realized that I had assembled it wrong, I've already bought another knockoff carb for it. And honestly, I couldn't pass it up because it comes, again, good old Amazon. I couldn't pass it up because it come with more filters and everything. So I'm like, oof, can't pass that deal up. So we got more filters, air filters, and there's the carb. I just kind of want to look at it and see what shape it's in. But we got like another foam. We got some fuel line, which probably is just garbage stuff. We got another fuel filter, 2 fuel filters actually. We got 2 filters, which look, I guess, okay. And of course this little inner filter, which is different. It's actually thicker stuff. It might be even better. And another fuel line. I mean, it come with all this stuff. It's like, why wouldn't you? Another spark plug, but there's the carb. Oh, it's got a high and a low on it. That's interesting, where this one's a fixed low speed. So I mean, it looks pretty good. You'd have to put on your choke guy here. Although that doesn't seem right. Yeah, there's 3 holes I can see right down inside there. These little wee holes. One is at the front. That's the primary idle, and I think the second one inside is called the secondary. Although that one has 3 in it, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure this one. Pretty sure this one only has 2. Well, I can't quite see now, and I know you guys won't be able to. Yeah, this only has 2 holes. Oh no, it does have a third right there too. Man. Well, we're gonna put her in the ultrasonic cleaner here anyways. Try to reuse that one, and if we need to, we've got that guy there as well. Pretty nice looking though for whatever brand it is. It's got no name on it. But they got a plastic fitting there, which I'm not super crazy on that. But high and a low too, that's interesting. But, you know, for that, I'm like, can't really pass that up for more filters. I mean, filters, if you went to the steel dealership, oh man, I can only imagine what they would charge you for filters. I think I've got like 3 sets of them now, plus the original one. That's still not really too bad either. So more parts that we probably will never need, but yeah, no. Yeah, no. Okay, we'll get this guy here and get that water good and hot. Hopefully I got enough water out here. I might not. And give all these parts a good washing. And then cleaning after. I probably should pop out that Welsh plug in there too. Just to, you can run little, you're not supposed to, they say, but you can run little wires through. And that's the plug right there. And I'm pretty sure in this kit, it comes with that new one there. That's this little disc domey thing. Right there. That's the new plug. And we'll give her a clean in here first, though, in the machine. And we'll see how it sprays after. It didn't seem like it was spraying great there, but it was at least spraying. So, okay, so we got some hot water here now. Oh yeah, that's hot. And I'll just get a bit of Dawn soap off the shelf here. Probably enough for everybody. And pour some nice warm water in there. Yeah, that should be enough to get that thing under. And I can't say I really like this ultrasonic cleaner. I might invest in something a little better. The rest of these parts should be good. There is a tiny little jet here, but it looks fairly, yeah, it's fine. It looks clean enough. So, and this guy, I think I'm just going to do a bit of work by hand. It's going to need just a little bit of cleaning. It's kind of grimy. So this guy can have a solo bath. We should probably take out this needle here. Let me just pull the needle back out of here. Don't lose your spring. Okay, I think we're naked. There's a tiny, tiny hole there. I'm not 100% sure if it's going through to one of them, but anyways, we'll stick her in the drink here. Well, not going to be quite enough with that stupid thing in there, so we'll just do that, I guess. Okay, it's going to make some funny noises for you when she gets going here. It seems to distort the camera, probably from the sound waves or something. So we'll set her for a good run here, and here we go. Okay, we're going to lose your audio here. Uh-oh. Or not. Well, maybe we're not going to clean this with this thing. Stupid thing! Why is it doing that now? I'm not happy with this machine. There we go. Oh, you can see the stuff coming off it. I might have to get myself a new ultrasonic cleaner, even though this one I've only used about 3 times, but it just runs for like 10 seconds and then shuts off again, and this comes on. I think that means it's got a fault or something. But she's had a bit of cleaning anyway, so we'll just flip her over here maybe. Ooh, it's hot. Flip over here and do this side again. I got to keep unplugging it to reset it. Plug her back in, and then it should go for a bit. Yeah, something not right with it. Oh well. Okay, well, we'll see how this sprays now here. Yeah, this has 3 holes, so it's probably pretty much the same. I'm gonna see if I can get you in a little closer though, so you can see this spray here. I think that's gonna be good now. Definitely spraying nice. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and assemble this, and I think we'll be good to go. Okay. I think we're good. Probably should check under that Welsh plug, but we'll try her again here and see what happens, I guess. Okay. So this little guy went in here. Man, that's small. Try not to strip that fella out. Cross thread it. I think that's the main nozzle. I believe it kind of goes, maybe, I don't know. Okay, now the fun part, the part I don't like at all, is putting this needle back in. These things just are not fun. That spring's got to go in. And you don't want to lose that spring. Gotta hook this guy under there. Trying to get all of this lined up. Oh, we missed that spring. These are the parts that I have trouble with. Still missed it. Okay, I think we got her captured. Now we need this tiny little screw in here. And the gasket's got to go on first and then the diaphragm. Just make sure we got that under the little nib there. Can't see. Yep. And that thing too, you want that to sit level with this little plate in here. You don't want it sticking up or sticking down. You're going to want that sitting bang on level. Okay, so that's in. Let's just make sure we tighten this guy down. Should do. And okay. So now I do have my picture pulled up here. So we are working on this side. So we need the gasket to go against the carburetor body first. I think you could slip it under after, but just to say we did, we'll get that mounted. Make sure we put her the right way again there, bud. Oh, we had her right this way, I think. Yeah, two little holes, two little holes. Okay, so we'll try to get you zoomed in as we're working here, and I'll try not to move it around too much. So this has to get hooked underneath, and that's the right way there. So we got to try to get that this little knob hooked under that little guy, and there is room there for it. It's just very tight. I think we got her. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Okay. Now, you will need cover. And it's going to turn that this way. So just want to make sure I get this back on the right way. That should be the right way there. Okay, let's get these all lined up here a little better first. Holy smokes. Okay. Okay. And yeah, this has to go on this way. That's the first carburetor like this I've had apart that had this type of system on it. Maybe you guys have done lots of them, will say like that, but for me, I'm a virgin with them. And my fingers don't want to work. I think now this thing should run pretty good. Okay. The cool thing is, whenever this does get all back together properly, I probably will take it apart again just to clean all the fuel out of it, because I'll probably honestly never use this thing, and I'll want to kind of put her back to, you know, like stock factory kind of thing. Okay, so now the fuel pump side here, we got to put this guy. There's nothing else. That screen is clean there. We didn't really bother with it. A little tiny screen. We're gonna put this guy back on, and I think it went that way. Is that right? Looks kind of right. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Try to keep you in the shot there. No, I don't think that is right. I think it's that way. Yeah, that looks like it lines up pretty good. Yeah, that covers the little holes there. Lines up there pretty good. Okay, now we got to figure out this guy, and it should be it's been imprinted this side already because it's got the little marks around it, so it kind of pushes in. You probably should put a new one of these on. I don't have another one, so if I can get my fingers to work here, all right. Ooh, stay. Now this side actually has the little dimple things to hold it in there for you. Smells like Dawn soap in here now. It's way better than gasoline. Let me tell you. So once we get this back together, I'll go ahead myself, throw it on the saw here, and then we'll see if it wants to run for us. Got a few more parts to put together here though. You guys seen it go on the saw the other day there, so there's not much that be much different. Okay, so now we got the little. I took this out just to clean when we were cleaning it, so I don't know where we're gonna have to set that now. Something tells me it'll probably idle a lot better now. That plate open there a little bit. That might be a little bit too much. Won't be any. Try it about there maybe. So that just barely starts to open this plate here. Idle. So a little bit just sneaks through that plate, and that's what your idle is. Pretty cool. All right, so we got to put in this needle, and there's a tiny little gasket here, O-ring. It's got to go back in like that. I don't have a new one of them. It didn't come in that kit. I did clean this up a little bit, so it should be good. And I don't know what to set this at. And this is for your low speed. So I'm gonna go turn and a half out. So that should be right off there now. So we're gonna go half, 1 and a half. That might be too much, but all right. I think that is it. So I will go ahead, throw everything all back together here, put some regular mixed gas into her, and we'll see what happens. See if she'll fire. Got a lot of assembly to do here, so I'll be a minute for me and 10 minutes for me, and we'll probably for you guys. Look at that. Seconds. Not even seconds, and it's ready to go, hopefully. So we'll put a bit of fuel in this, and this is just my regular 50-to-1 mixture. Holds a fair bit in there. Alright, now we're going to open up the door here again, because last time this thing smoked pretty good. And I got to remember now which one's which here. That's your idle on the bottom. See this, they give you this plug thing here, and it's like, how do you even see through that? It's meant to keep the crap from getting in there. And somehow it fits in there. I don't know if it's going to go back in again, but it'll need a little bit of fiddling with, I think. So I think that's good. We'll set the fast and then choke. And she shouldn't get so much fuel now. So let's open up the door. We'll get yous. I'm going to stand in front of the door and I'm going to move you guys over this side, I think. Okay, let's see. Should hopefully run better now. Now to prime the fuel up again. Trying to get that, that seems awful tight in there. I'm just trying to get that bog taken out of it. It's a tiny little bog now. It's still got to work itself in. It's still got to break in yet, right? So we're not far off there. Okay, I gotta see what I got for cutting something here. I'd like to try to cut a hunk of metal. It might last a little longer. And I'm probably just gonna put it just outside here or something on the snow there while we're cutting. Just so it gives that thing a little run. Should probably let it idle for a little bit though. And then it'll kind of break in on its own.
Flooding out, and it's actually idling pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. I got a chunk of stuff here maybe we'll try to cut after. It's just wood, but that might be alright. For about 10 minutes there, and I'll just vary the throttle every once in a while. It seems like it's behaving pretty good, so we'll try giving her a cut here, just in this wood.
Was behaving. Was behaving. Might have turned that down a little bit too much. Okay, back to the drawing board. She was misbehaving a little bit there at the end, but it was running good. It almost seemed to me like all of a sudden the fuel got shut off. So I'm just going to look in here again. See if something's going on with that fuel line, because it was running good and then all of a sudden just brr. I did check spark. It's got spark still, so that's good. We didn't lose spark. But something is fishy with, I think, the fuel again here. Because it was running good. I don't know. If it's got like vapor locked. That is weird. It was running really good. Okay. I don't think she got too hot. It was cooling. Fuel line looks fine. Weird. And it's not kinked really or anything. I am a little bit leery about that Chinese fuel line though. Something's got me a little concerned about it. There's the original one. And I think it's genuine. Usually they have their name on it. But this one seems a little thinner here where it comes out of the tank. Although, yeah, it should still be sucking there fine. This one's a little bit fatter, and it's got me concerned about that because this one is definitely bigger. Okay. Now, why can't you just run it? Actually, it was running good there, and then it just kind of broke. I'm like, didn't particularly like that too much. So, yeah, see, even this one, the original one, seems a lot thinner. Let me just put a micrometer on that just to say, because I kind of think that this thing is kind of warmed up a bit now, and now it's got a little bit swollen maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but so let's measure this one right about here. So we're almost 7 millimeters. And that's the other one I just got in this package, and it's like quite a bit bigger. It's 8 and a bit, 824. .733. Just the way that turned off there, to me, kind of seemed a little fishy. As if that fuel line is a bit swollen in there, and it's maybe cutting things off. Very interesting. Well, you know what I'm going to do, I guess, is I'm going to let her cool down again. I mean, it's still got good compression, so it's not a problem like, you know, like we blew the engine out of her already. I'm going to let her cool off. I'll put this maybe back together for now so we have a start and stop switchy thing here. And like I say, it's pretty warm right now. I'll try to start it again just before we say g'day here, but something's going on with fuel system there, I think, again. It's kind of weird because it was running really good. You guys heard it. You were right there with me, so. Very strange. Very strange. There it is. I'll just screw this back on here. Then maybe we'll get 410 out here because I want to hear one run tonight. I'm sure it's something stupid like that. Probably that fuel line. I mean, I don't know. Like I said before a couple of times, maybe 100. I really don't like the Chinese fuel lines, and that's what that thing was. Is going on here. There. I really don't like those Chinese fuel lines. They are pretty much junk. Even the ones that came on the Power Fist engines, they're good for a wee while, and then they kind of go all weird and hard and crappy, and they don't make very good lines over there. Not meant for fuel, I don't think. And yeah, they just turned to junk. Could be what's going on here, but what I'll do is see if it'll start here again just for fun. It's just weird how it was running really good there. And then just all of a sudden, brop. That was definitely a fuel something. Maybe it sucked in some crap from somewhere. I have no idea where though, because to be honest, we have completely cleaned out this fuel system. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, let's just give her another shot here. See what happens. Better throw this guy on first. Now, I did have her tuned there. It was running good, and then all of a sudden it quit. So I put her back to factory again here. And technically, it shouldn't need any choke. Something's weird. Maybe it did need choke. Try opening that up another quarter. High for some reason. to be alright. I don't know what that little quirk was, but you guys are really smoky in there. Holy smokes. Oh man. I don't know what that little quirk was, but it's still not good on high. Something going on in that high speed circuit. Try this fella again. Little ornery bugger here. Who doesn't want to go? Very strange. Well, it runs, but then it doesn't run, so I don't know. Well, something's still a little fishy. I don't think there's a problem with the fuel line yet. Trying to think. What would be going on there? I think there's still something wrong in the idle circuit, although it idles, but then it won't transition too well from idle to high. It's got a fixed jet high speed in it, so I can't adjust anything. What I was adjusting was the low, because sometimes between low and high, you can affect how it transitions, and it didn't seem to want to change, so. But we cut with it. It seemed to cut fine, but the odd time it seemed to have that weird transition problem. I wonder if there's still something inside of that Welsh plug. I should have probably pulled it out and had a look. It might be crappy in there, even though the stuff blew through pretty good. And it is idling. But I don't know, it's acting weird. Holy Jesus, bud. He's got compression. And now it doesn't want to start again. Holy crap! Oh my God! Yeah, I don't know. Something's still fishy. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, it runs. It's not consistent. We cut quite a few cuts here with it, like we did pretty good. Why would it not want to run? I'm kind of thinking that there's still carburetor issue though, although it's not flooding out, which is good. We've got fresh fuel in it. It's not like it's old stale gas. You can't adjust the high speed. That's really annoying because you could sometimes adjust that and you could get that stuff, whatever was in there, to suck right through again. Maybe. Oh man. Racking my brain. It would be kind of cool to see it running with the filters off. Let's just pop filter out here again. I know this is a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? I fully agree. Just want to make sure that we're not flooding out. Ugh. But there's a lot of little spots and stuff in that carburetor. We might have still missed something. It could be some water still in there too from the wash. Well, I would have thought we would have got all that out. Oh. Try that new carb, but not today, I don't think. I'm not gonna worry about that right yet, because I mean it's running, but it's acting weird. And it's not a consistent weird either, right? But it seemed to run like it did. You gotta give me that at least. It sort of ran. Yeah, we're not wet here at all, so that's a good thing. Okay. Although, there is a bit slopping down here. A little more than I was expecting to see. And there's a little bit there. Now, I wonder if I can get it running and see those things going. Okay, let me get her started here again. Yeah, I don't know. Everything's gonna fall off my bench. Something fell off already. I don't know what it was, but I want to see if I can see those things spraying in there and see what's going on. It almost seems like that main nozzle's maybe bunged up a little bit, but it's drawing enough fuel to run fast, so that's got me kind of puzzled. It's got me a little puzzled. Well, I tried it. It's sucking it in so fast you can't even really see that operation. And the aisle ones are way at the front, ahead of that. There's one ahead of that butterfly there, and then there's two behind. It's sort of so small you can't see them. I guess it doesn't need a whole lot of fuel, right? So something is still fishy. But it did run. So yay for us. What I'm going to do, though, I guess, is I'll put her back together for now. Pardon me for now, and then I think I'll try her again when it's cold. And see what it does then again. If it does the same thing again, then she might need to come apart again. And what? I don't know. Maybe you should check under that Welsh plug. But I'm happy it did run. It seemed to run, you know, run good-ish. Just not run good-ish. You know what I mean? And I still think that something's going on in that high speed, although once it kind of spools up past a certain point, it seems to go. So, I don't know. Be interesting if I could find, I think they tell you to start at 1 1/4 turns out, but that's only for the low speed. So I mean, really it's not going to do a whole lot technically to the high speed. We should try one thing here though. Get it started and let it idle. And then turn off that low speed and see if it kills it. It should. It should kill it. Okay. And again, it's not starting good. It needs choke to start, which is kind of making me think that the something to do with the high speed again. Okay, we're gonna shut this needle off here. Yeah, so that kills it. Okay. So that almost seems like it needs a lot more open here. I'm gonna try something wild here. If I can see what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna go three turns out. So we got half, 1, half, 2, half, 3. Because it almost seems like it's not getting fuel, right? So it's got me like wondering what is going on here. I'll turn it on, bud. Okay, that's weird. Put that guy on to say we did. Supposed to tune these with the thing on, so let's go another half a turn out. It looks like it's run out of fuel again. Weird. Something's not right there. Shouldn't need this many turns out. You know, that's just the low speed side. I understand that, but no, something's still not right there. Shouldn't be that many turns out. Alright, well, that's enough for tonight. Neighbors probably calling the cops on me by now, making all this noise, so I better stop. So yeah, something's still not good on that high speed side. But then when it spools up, it runs good and strong. So something between that transition. Let's have a quick look at the diagram again on my phone here. And let's see. Woo. Let's see if that trouble. So carburetor floods. That's okay now. Engine will not accelerate. Idle mixture too lean. Readjust. Incorrect setting on the diaphragm lever. Reset. I think that was fine. Diaphragm cover plate loose. We tighten that up. Diaphragm gasket leaking. replace. I think it's okay. Main fuel orifice plugged. Remove diaphragm cover, diaphragm lever, and high-speed mixture screw. Which I don't think it has. I think that's that little jet we put in there, that little wee jet that we had out. And it was clear. Doesn't mean something didn't get sucked into it though. That could have happened too. Clean out orifice by blowing through high-speed mixture screw threaded hole. Okay, well that might be something to check if we have to pull it apart again. Engine is idling. Engine runs out lean. Carburetor rich. Carburetor runs rich with high-speed mixture screw shut off. Doesn't have a screw on it, so the only thing I'm thinking is something has got stuck. But then it runs fine when you do get it up. That's just the weird part. But it's definitely a transition from low speed to high. And unfortunately, they don't really give me anything here about that. Oh, man. So here, whoa, crap. Here is the things that I was telling you about before. If that's too low, it's too high. Ours was sitting pretty good, like flat. So there's the one that I'm used to working on, is that guy. Right where it just kind of rests on the thing, and this is the one we had where it clicks into the diaphragm. And that's the, it says high-speed mixture. There's the idle mixture. This is kind of reversed, I think, to what we're working on here. But yeah, see, when it's running fast, it should be sucking out of all of these. So this will be the high-speed operation here. So as far as I know, that's all good. There could be I think it was here, this, well, here, hang on. I think it was this little guy here is where that little screw was. So part of it's going through here all the time for idle, and then part of it's going through here for the high speed. Now, there's a high speed needle here, but we don't have that. So I think all ours is doing is getting done with that little jet we had out, and it's coming through, and that's what it's doing. Now there could be an issue right in here too. There might be something blocked in there, and how you clean that out, I have no idea. As far as I know, it was blowing through, but now somewhere in here too, and I don't know exactly where, was that little wee super tiny hole, and I don't know, I don't see that on here as described. So I don't know where that is, but that's definitely that Welsh plug. And we took this needle out, cleaned it, and then blew stuff in through here, and it shot out there pretty good. Now I couldn't seem to shoot this one though. So I don't know. It's either that or we try this other carburetor. I guess worst comes to worst, we could do that, but I don't know. I'm almost at my wit's end. So there's the idle there too, right? So it's not drawing anything out of there, but we're having a problem going from this to there. So it almost makes me think that this is a little blocked up, and these don't let out enough, and this doesn't let out enough until maybe they all get going and it finally catches up. That's my thought. I don't know. I don't know. Wit's end. What do you guys think? I'm having trouble with this one. And it seems to run, but then that's that transition. Boy, I wish it had a high speed. You could definitely get in there and blow stuff through there too, right? Where this, you can't really do that super well. But anyways, that or we try that other carb. What do you guys think? Let me know. Anyways, there we go. Thanks again for watching. We at least got it running. We cut some stuff with it, which was good. And that was kind of good to see. So I was kind of happy that it actually went. And it seemed to run a lot better. It didn't really flood out, but it's still a little bit of drooling down the back there. But I don't know. Anyways, catch you all later. Thanks again for watching. You guys have a good one.